okay, so we're just not gonna lie. Like, we honestly really thought that this horse was gonna try to kill us, and we've been like spending the last 30 minutes being terrified for no reason. But it's not every day you get this kind of horse in here that doesn't have like a giant hole in him. This horse is half Limpizzaner and half, I don't know what else. He came from a dealer that brings us a lot of horses that I don't know how to explain it, but he deals in high-end breeds of horses. And every once in a while he'll get something in on trade that he really doesn't have a use for, and he brings them here. And I get some pretty cool bred horses from him. I've had some Lustanos, I've had a Palomino Andalusian that the breeder ended up buying back for a substantial amount of money. We've had some Gypsy Vanners, we've had a Gypsy Drummer Stallion, we had a painted Friesian. So the guy does drum up. I had a half Limpizzaner paint that he brought me 2 years ago that was so fancy in the dressage arena that he ended up selling for 5 figures. But every time he brings them, it's hit and miss. Either they're like,
borderline dangerous.
yeah, they're either like borderline dangerous or they're like a 5-figure horse that shouldn't be here. And so we've been babying this horse around here just to kind of see, because it's not every day that you get a half Limpizzaner. He just basically told me when he did dump him out that he got this horse in on trade from a lady that bought him to make a dressage horse out of him, and that he's half Limpizzaner, and that he just never really got broke. Like, she sent him off, she had him broke, but he never got broke enough for her to really do anything with. Now that he's like 6, 7 years old, you know, it's time for him to go have a job. Plus, he came back pasture kept, and the guy said, by the time I get him cleaned up and broke enough that I can sell him, you know, I don't want to fool with him. So he came to us as what we were told was Greenbroke.
He's a real quiet Greenbroke horse for sure.
But he is a very quiet horse. That's the blessing here. As we saddled him, I was a little bit scared. This is no joke. I'm going to go ahead and have Nikki stop him and step back on him so that you guys can see her. Like right there, you can tell somebody very English has just... Whoever broke him did a wonderful job, because here is what we were told. That he is 6 to 8 years old. He's half Limpizzaner. That he was bred and he was going to be a dressage horse, and that he was sent off for 60 days to be broke as a 4-year-old. And he has not been ridden since then. So 4 to 5, 5 to 6. So potentially 3 years. This is his first ride in 3 years. We genuinely thought he was going to kill us.
Yeah, and he's really cool.
And he's like, great. The neat thing about this horse is that he is half Limpizzaner, and then his dam was like a sport horse type mare, but she was Palomino. So how cool is that for him to be half? He's by a Limpizzaner stallion out of a sport horse mare, and he genuinely was broke, and his purpose of being bred was to be a dressage horse. And he said the lady sent him off, got him broke. He just never really got broke enough for her to go on with him. She traded him into me, but when he arrived, he was just pasture kept, and he doesn't want to do the steps to get him. Oh, how cute.
He's got poop on it.
I mean, he is green. We don't want to lead you to believe that this horse is like, he's gentle. Let's put it that way. He's gentle.
Very, very quiet.
I mean, we guarantee that this horse has not been ridden in 3 years, and you can drug test him. We've done nothing. He is gentle, but he is green. Like, he knows stop, back up and turn, but he's a little afraid of like his own shadow over here. Then he got over that, and then over here you saw him over the ground pole. This is a very exotic kind of bred horse. He's very neat. He has a very Spanishy kind of Romany head to him, and you can tell he's probably going to be as fancy of a mover as you could ever want one to be. Cleaned up with his, you know, his mane braided and his tail bleached out, you know, back to white. I think that he will be a phenomenal horse, but you are just basically getting the very foundation. What I love about him is that somebody broke him for 60 days, and 3 years later he remembers it. I mean, he does remember it. We are just wanting to make sure, because it's like I said, you don't get these exotic bred horses in here I call them exotics, but you don't get these fancy bred horses in here every day that don't have a hole in them. We get some sometimes. I mean, he's like, somebody has tried, and he's got a wonderful headset. He's got somebody's probably, when they did break him, put him in like a one of those lunging rigs, you know, where they Yeah, where they set their head because he.
He does have a...
Will he trot just a step or is he? Oh my gosh, he's fancy.
Good boy. Cutie.
He's really kind of cool.
He is. That was cute.
Like that's kind of got like a little like, I'm sure if he's out of a sport horse mare, she probably has a little draft to her or something, you know, like to make her warm blood. And you can, he's got that like the paint, he's got that
Yeah.
that drafty trot, yeah.
I wonder if I hold his head if it goes through it.
Yeah, I mean, by God, he might be the, you know, this week we've just had some cool horses. The same broker brought us some ponies that were just fancy. Oh my goodness, get it. Get your shit together, girl.
Yeah, he'll push
Yeah,
a little bit.
I mean, you can tell that he wants to be fancy, but he's so gentle that every time she sits down, he stops.
Because I don't
Yep.
know what I'm doing.
Yeah, trot him the other direction. Man, he's fancy as heck.
Good boy. I mean, like, if I have my hand on this side, he's already...
Right, somebody did a good job breaking him. I mean, period, end of discussion. I don't
I
care.
have to go take English.
Oh! He farted and scared himself. Thank God he's like gentle as gentle.
The other one will...
He literally farted and scared himself. My heart hurts. I'm laughing so hard.
I need English lessons so these horses don't think I'm complete on that.
They don't think so. We're just gonna I told you we need to keep 2 and then we need to really get them trained and go from there. He's fancy mover too though. Yes. Soft, soft, soft in the face to boot.
Because I'm very soft-handed. Like,
I love when he steps off right there. He's got this really cute little way of going. Yeah, back him up a couple steps. Back up.
well, if you don't know how, we'll teach you.
He just some
Flexes at the bottom.
flexes at the pole.
Well, like we see.
Step him up a step.
Started.
Now he's real cool about his feet. Here, see, jog him across, even though those down there are on top of each other. I just like one like him that's very aware of their feet because they're so pretty going across the ground poles. You know, they watch their feet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help. He's like, no, Nikki, this is not nice.
Okay, we have to go around. So let's cross them, then we can trot that. Can you do that?
Maybe.
There you go.
Oh, he's so cute. Look at him, very careful with where he sits his feet. How cute is that? He was so cute. He was like, no, no. Yeah, I mean, he was scared of his own fart, so.
And then that bug would fall out and scare you.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to think about that, does he? He still thinks that you should be smart enough to go, oh, keep going. Oh, gosh. So cute, so cute, so cute. Oh, my goodness. He is adorable. How is he not like the greatest thing ever? He's earned a name. We're going to have to name him. He's earned a name.
Something gentle because he is so
Something
quiet.
gentle. Like Garfield? Garfield?
He's so quiet.
Okay, so what do we've got to name him something good. We'll have to look and see what kind of breed a Limpizzaner is and what are some Limpizzaner names. Then we'll name him. I think he's great. Hi, kid.